Hello there, how you doing? It's Phil and Heather, and we had an awesome opportunity just the other night. A friend of mine who I met at a local park sent me a message on Facebook Messenger, and he said, "Hey Phil, down at that park where I met you at, there are some foxes. There's a mother fox and a few fox kits," and he gave me kind of the general area where they were, and I thanked him. And then Heather and I went down there a couple of days after that, and we weren't sure if they were going to be there or not. And while we were on the way down there, I said, "Heather, have you ever seen a fox?" And Heather jokingly said, "What did you say?"
No, I thought they were mythical creatures.
I thought that was hilarious. And you know what? It's almost like that. They're supposed to be all over the place, but you know, I'm 55. I've only seen one, kind of a rabid one. And Heather is some sort of age, and she's never seen one. So anyway, we got down there and we got really lucky because they were still there. And right now we're going to share with you the photographs we made. And Heather was using the Nikon Z50, and it has animal eye detect, but it's only supposed to work on dogs and cats. But turns out foxes are close enough to dogs and cats, and the Z50, and you were using the FTZ adapter in the 200 to 500, it worked. It was putting the box on the fox's eye, and I used my Canon R6 and the 100 to 500. So without further ado, here are the photographs and some video clips of the foxes from that night. Thanks, Forrest. So there they are. That is the mother fox on the left and its baby or kit on the right. And I got down there a little bit before Heather and was able to capture this tender moment. And this photograph happened just after that last one. And they have noticed me, and Mom is checking me out, but the kit doesn't seem to care one bit. Here is Heather's first photograph in the video. Beautiful, fluffy little kit. Beautiful colors as well, and we were so happy to be there. Here's the first video clip. I made quite a few video clips, and I'm going to sprinkle them in, but you can hear how excited Heather was as the little kit was scurrying around and having fun with its mom. During this very unstabilized clip, you can hear Heather making her best shot of the day. There she goes, and the photograph that she made during that was right here. Look at this masterpiece. She got really great light on the fox, and if their heads were looking to the left, then they had better light on them just from the ambient light. And look at the bokeh-fied light coming through the foliage there in the background. Just an absolutely beautiful photograph Heather made. This is one of my better photographs of the evening, and all the ones that say Canon are my photographs. Here's one of the kits as it's looking over towards the left and where the good light is. And here is another one of my photographs. It's very similar to one of Heather's photographs from earlier in the video. And here is the wise old vixen as she is just kind of chilling out while the kids are playing, waiting for the sun to go down. There is a walking and cycling path right beside where we were making these photos, and in this clip you can hear some cyclists go by.
You want us to wait? No, you're good. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Well, at least now they understand why those people are sitting on the side of the path with giant cameras. I love the surprise in that lady's voice when she realized we were taking pictures of foxes. Oh my gosh! Next up, we have a couple of Heather's photographs that were taken kind of around the time that the cyclists were going by. I was making the video clip and Heather was making stills, and look how cute this little kit is as it licks its nose right there on the side of the bicycle path in a park in Chattanooga. The vixen was kind of like a mom who has taken her 4 kids to the park, and while she's just kind of observing, they are running around like crazy, as you can see in this video clip. And here are some of Heather's photographs of the same. There is the mom just kind of relaxing and one of the kits going crazy. And once again, the mom looking all regal and observing her youngsters as they are hanging around. Here is another photograph of her. She was just so beautiful. Really something to look at. And look at this tender moment that Heather captured as one of the kits and the vixen are almost tapping their noses together. And then just after that, a little bit more nuzzling was going on there on the side of the walking path at the park in Chattanooga. As I made this video clip with the Canon R6, you can hear Heather making photos as she was making lots and lots of photos with the Nikon Z50. Here she goes again. And it was a lot of fun watching these as they played. Watch this. Your head is in my mouth. Bunch of silly little foxes. A lot of fun to watch though. Here is Heather's shot of a couple of the kits. Look at the juxtaposition there with one of them perfectly in focus and the other one slightly out of focus. And here is another one of the kits, a photograph Heather captured as it was licking its chops. Meanwhile, Mom is kind of observing the whole situation and just making sure that everything's under control, but I think she's getting tired. Look at this yawn that I captured with the Canon R6. Big old mouth, but she wasn't trying to get anybody or making any noise. She was just yawning. And in this shot, she's running along, but still keeping an eye on those weird people with the camera as she makes her way around the field. It was getting really dark and I slowed my shutter speed all the way down to 1/50th and I made a panning blur of the vixen as she was walking from right to left. And here is one last photograph of her, another 1/50th shot. And when she sat still, I could get a pretty decent shot even at 1/50th. Well, it is the next morning. I came back, Heather's working right now. I came back the next morning and hung around for a couple of hours trying to catch a glimpse of the foxes again, and did not see them at all. Only thing I got was a couple of bird pictures, so let's take a look at those. This is the kind of photography I normally do at that park. Here's a nicely bokeh-fied photograph of a female downy woodpecker, and I was really happy with this next shot that I took while I was waiting and hoping to see the foxes. Here is a male red-bellied woodpecker on the same tree as an American robin. Pretty cool. All right, thanks for joining us for this little wildlife photography adventure where Heather and I got to photograph for the first time some foxes, and special thanks to Forrest for the information. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe and hit the bell. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye from Chattanooga, Tennessee.